just don't give up. It's hard. I've been doing this a long time, and it took me a long time to get here. And it's nice to finally do something I love. I'm good at. I'm appreciated for. So, use technology, learn Chat GPT or whatever AI you're using, because that's the future, right? And if you don't evolve, you're gonna end up like the dinosaurs. So, uh, educate yourself on whether it's on investments, whether it's on technology, just because then you're investing in yourself just as much as you're investing in others. So,
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Hugh Edmonds, and I'm excited by my guest who I have here today. I love when I get a chance to peek through different people's lenses and what they do and what they do best. And so I'm excited. I am going to say this. You're probably going to hear this again. This person is not giving any financial advice. This is not financial advice, but he is going to help people know how to digitally have access to real estate for investors. That's some of the things that he's going to talk about. He's also going to educate. He loves to educate, so he's going to educate you on some different things that's available to you, right? And so I am super excited to introduce you all to Mr. Mark Jennings. Mr. Mark, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well. Just to reiterate, I'm not giving any financial advice. So just making that clear, but happy to educate, happy to answer any questions you have, and let's get into it.
I love it, man. Listen, sir. So listen, I don't want to waste any time. I want you to take us into your world. I want you to tell us what your main focus is these days. If you want to give us a little bit of an origin story about how you got into what it is that you do, we love origin stories. And also, if you want to tell them what part of the world you're in, so geographically, like where you are. And so, Mr. Mark, sir, you have the floor, man.
All right, cool. Yeah. I'm from Westchester, New York. I come from a 100-year-old family construction company. I started sweeping floors and digging ditches every year as apprentice, electrician, plumber, carpenter, assistant sewer. I built a Costco when I graduated from college. I had 50 people work for me, but I started $5 an hour, graduated $25 an hour, and it taught me to use my head and not just my muscles. But so I got into this business. I started working at Blackstone out of college, and I was supposed to go to Australia, learn how to surf for the summer. And I grew up with a family that the father was a CFO, and he said, "What? You sent me my resume." I got an interview and got offered the job. So my father said, "You're not going to Australia, learn how to surf. You're going to work at Blackstone." So I was supposed to work 500 hours. I worked 1,000 hours, and I helped them raise their first $1 billion fund. So that's how I fell in love with this business. But it took me 23 years to figure out what I wanted to do with my life and what I was good at and appreciated for. So it's finally great to be doing something I love and educating people and helping people get access to real estate investments like the one we're going to talk about today.
Man, I love it, man. Very concise way of showing us how you got up to where you are now. I want to pick your brain a little bit on strategies, Mr. Mark. And so I know, you found your lane, you're in what you do. It took you years, but you got it. You know what you love. What are some of the strategies that you use business wise to kind of keep you on point and keep you focused? And actually, what are some strategies that you use on a personal level that kind of keep you motivated, keep you on point? So let me know some of the strategies that you use, sir.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Yeah. So, the strategies that we've been using is using technology to educate investors, whether they're institutional or retail investors, opportunities, whether it's real estate or other alternative investments like private equity or venture capital or private credit or hedge funds, you name it, infrastructure funds. So, traditionally these investments were for institutional investors, endowments, pensions, large family offices that were writing 5, 10, 25, $50 checks. And the retail investors, smaller family offices, the high net worth, the credit investors, even the RIAs, broker dealers didn't have access to these big institutional investments because they were such big checks. And that's how we actually originally, the first company that the founders created was to raise money for institutional investors, for institutional funds. But what they noticed was there was some high net worth credits, smaller family offices that wanted access. And we had to keep saying, no, we didn't really believe in that model. Why shouldn't they have access to the same thing the institutional investors do? So we ended up creating this company, or I came on board after they created it, but I helped them raise money for it because I really believed in educating the investor and helping make sure it's appropriate and making it easier and faster, more efficient for investors to invest in alternatives that normally they didn't have access to. It just went from 0.05% to 2% now of retail investors are invested in institutional and alternatives. And 70% of these advisors don't even understand these alternative investments. So it's a component of educating the advisors, educate the investors, and giving them access to something different that normally they wouldn't have access to, but using technology to do that to make it easier and faster and more efficient.
I love it, man. I love it. And so as you continue to build, as you continue to be successful, as you continue to carve out how the company looks, have you ran into any adversity? Like, I tell people all the time, we can show people the success, but there's a journey to success. And that journey to success sometimes is adversity. So have you faced any adversity as you was building your business?
Yeah, look, I always think everybody's an investor. I always think everyone's a client. I'm in sales. It took me a long time to figure out I was good at. And so it's weeding them out and making sure, whether it's the appropriate investment for an investor or whether it's, appropriate technology for a fund to use, it's not for everyone. So
Yeah.
that's part of the beauty of the technology is it helps you save time. You go to a conference, you meet 100 people, 95 of them are trying to sell you life insurance, right? You want those 5 people that need your help, that want your help to meet your requirements. So by using technology, it just makes it easier and faster, more efficient. Whether it's your CRM or your data room, your onboarding platform, there's so many point-end solutions out there these days. And, you have to sign into 5 different places just to make an investment. And now using technology like our own, it can kind of sit as a tech overlay to connect those different technologies and to access those, whether institutional or retail investors, but not just domestically, but abroad as well. I lived in Bermuda 5 years. I'm from New York. I'm currently in Malta. Just flew 16 hours here. But I think using technology, it saves time, but then the data, right? Knowing where these investors are coming from, what they're interested in, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate, filling out all the paperwork, the KYC, the AML, the compliance, the cap goals, the reporting distribution. It's all the worst part of raising money, but it's on your website, on your platform for your clients. And you're, instead of sending your client to a third-party site, relationships are like the new currency these days. And why send them somewhere else? Make those platforms come to you. So, it's cool using technology. Having one SOC 2 compliance site. So this way the accountants, the lawyers, the fund admins, the placement agents, all the consultants, all the different people that are part of the process can come to one place and a single source of solution of truth. And internationally too, right? Like, there's international investors who want to invest in real estate in the US. There's US investors who want to invest in real estate internationally. And normally, it's a much flatter world out there that normally they wouldn't have access to those opportunities. So it's really empowering to educate and to give access to investors and just making it easier and faster, more efficient, saving time.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah, I love it. I love how you talk about empowering the investor. Also, how you keep saying people is the currency. I say that probably once a show. People is the real currency, and I love how you're looking how to invest in people. And because if you find the right investment in people, that'll bring you great dividends long term. And so I love how you say that, man. Let me ask you, what's the next real goal for you? Like, what are you looking to solve and scale next?
I think now we can, now that we've kind of gotten through where we've gotten to, it's just scaling it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, we built it for ourselves actually initially, for our own clients, for our own investments, for our own opportunities. And then all of a sudden our clients are like, hey, we want that. So we cloned the technology, but it was kind of initially a little clunky, taking a long time, expensive. So we SaaSed it out. Now I think we have 125 GPs or 1,000 funds paying us, but it's a flat rate fee. They're not paying us a success fee or management fee, performance fee. So we get to stay on the side of the client and do what's best for the investor. When we pass down those breaks to the investors and to the advisors, everyone wants to get into retail, but nobody wants to get their hands dirty. Nobody wants to get in the trough with all those retail investors. But if you can use technology to wrap it up, right, one checks, one LP, there's a lot more retail investors out there than there is institutional. And the institutional investors are using as well because they have a kind of an old stodgy process as well. So, someone sent an 85-page subject the other day, said, "Oh, if I got to fill out this report, this paperwork myself, I want my money back." It's not worth it. Time is money. And so, people want it on their fingertips. They want to swipe left, swipe right for investing in real estate or whatever alternative investment they're looking at these days.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Again, I'm going to bring up again, I love how you talk about people, how you talk about people being the real currency, how it seems like you are investing in making valuable connections. So when I ask you about relationships, I want to get your viewpoint on relationships. Are they important to you? Is it important to build good relationships within business? Like, how has building relationships made the biggest difference for you?
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, this is a relationship-based business. I don't care how good your technology is. I don't care how good your investment is. I built my business or helping raise money for the business I've been working for the last 6.5 years off of those relationships. Those are family and friends and people that trusted me that I built up for 23 years. I've been planting seeds, and now it's harvest season because I actually have something people want, they need, and I'm helping people, which is the most important part. So I think relationships is very important, just because getting to the bottom of like what is the issue, what is the problem, like what do you have, what should you have, what's missing, how can we add value? Because if you can find that pressure point of like, all right, you just need help with a CRM or a data room or onboarding platform, but then once you get in the foot in the door, they're like, oh, we're not going to make you change everything, but you could be doing all that one place and paying one fee, one flat rate fee versus paying basis points and all this other jazz. Like, people don't forget that if you do the right thing by staying on the side of the client, we're agnostic, right? So we don't really care who your fund at, who your placement is, who your consultant is, as long as it's appropriate for the investor and they pass the KYC AML. Our job is just to weed them out, to educate them, and to fill out all the paperwork. And then we take all that information, we send it to the fund admin to do the KYC email. Everybody's got a job when they come in, but to have one SOC 2 compliant site where then you can help them stay, within compliant internationally when they're out there raising in Europe and signing reverse solicitations and digital NDAs and all that stuff. But, the data is the liquid gold as well, because you get to see what you're like Big Brother. You get to see what everyone's clicking, what they're looking at, and you can develop relationships with a group of people that like, all right, cool. These are people I know said they're interested in this real estate fund or whatever it is. And now every time an opportunity like that comes across my desk, I know that these are a curated group of people that have invested with me before, and they can invest again without having to go through all that rigmarole. Because once they do it once, they're in the system. And then every time you have an opportunity, you're knocking on the door. But it helps them diversify their portfolio as well. So not just sticking in stocks and bonds and ETFs and mutual funds. It's important to diversify your portfolio and have alternative investments in there to kind of weather the storm.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, man, you are doing just what you said you was going to do. You're educating, you're bringing value. And so, listen, before we wrap it, is there any other kind of advice, education, inspiration, anything you can think of that maybe you want to give the viewers before we do an official closing? Is there anything?
Just don't give up. It's hard. I've been doing this a long time, and it took me a long time to get here. And it's nice to finally do something I love. I'm good at. I'm appreciated for. So, use technology, learn ChatGPT or whatever AI you're using, because that's the future, right? And if you don't evolve, you're gonna end up like the dinosaurs. So, educate yourself on whether it's on investments, whether it's on technology, just because then you're investing in yourself just as much as you're investing in others. So that's all I have to say. And this isn't financial advice. I got to get this approved by KYC, by my compliance and all that jazz. So anything I said, if it's not appropriate, we'll have to change it. But I really appreciate taking the time and definitely curate those relationships. It's a relationship-based business, and don't stop giving up on those relationships.
Absolutely. We repeat again, this has not been any financial advice, not at all. Listen, sir, Mr. Mark, if somebody wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, collaborate, get in contact with you, how can they get in contact with you, man?
They can go on LinkedIn, although I'm maxed out. I got 30,000, so you can follow me or you can message me on there. I think it's Mark Jennings Jr. But you know where to find me. I'm not hard to find, so feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help any way I can. Shoot me a message on LinkedIn or follow me, and I'll connect with you if I can, and happy to help any way I can.
Absolutely. Listen, Mark, I appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you for your time. Appreciate you for your story. Appreciate you for your perspective. Thank you for bringing your lens to this platform so people can find value. And so I appreciate you so much for being here today, man.
No problem. Anytime.
Absolutely.
Great day.
So listen, absolutely. So y'all heard my man Mark. He's giving you value, not financial advice, but he's definitely giving you some things to think about. And so go ahead and make sure you're subscribed. Listen, you want to make sure you can come back when the alert goes off to see just these amazing people that we continue to bring up, just like Mr. Mark. And so I thank you again, Mr. Mark. And listen, everyone else, we will see you on the next time.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.